All right, guys, welcome back to a special interview on Critical Points. Today we have Crasik. Say what's up, Crasik.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Am I actually saying that right? Is it Crasik or Crasik?
Crasik.
Crasik. All right, so thank you for being on the show. We just saw a lot of people in the community know your name. I'm sorry, you left No Mercy. Is there a reason why? I mean, you've been there for a while.
Um, I'm very close with all of them still in No Mercy, but a lot of stuff went down all in about a 1 week span. Just everything, like a lot of personal problems, and just like just everything that could possibly go wrong or something would happen basically happened in a 1 week span, which caused most people to go inactive.
Wow. Yeah, I noticed that on ESL, like especially in the last few weeks, that they kind of went inactive, and I don't know what happened, but it's very unfortunate because No Mercy is definitely one of the bigger teams in the community.
Yeah, it's a shame. I still want to play with them though, and hopefully we could build something again. I don't know. It just sucks that it happened like that.
Was it internal problems or was it a real life situation that caused I guess not necessarily the downfall, but kind of like the break of No Mercy?
Well, 2 weeks in a row we faced hackers in ESL, which caused our like mentality to be like, why are we still playing this game if we're just gonna
Hmm.
face hackers? And actually caused one of our members to just go casual. We didn't want to play competitive anymore.
Uh-huh.
One of our members went to Vietnam for the summer, so his time schedule doesn't work with us anymore. One of our members
Oh.
had personal problems, so he's no longer active.
It's just a
Another,
lot of bad situations
yeah,
happening in 1 week.
yeah. Then one of our other members' screen broke, so he can't play, or he can only play on a phone now. Um, our Punisher, he actually got a job, which is good for him. So, but sadly, he won't be as active anymore because he did get the job.
Hmm. I mean, that's good and bad at the same time because
Yeah,
I mean
it's
we all
nice.
know the community is growing and it's not to the level yet where people can literally stop what they're doing and play this game competitively full time. But hopefully we can get there. So, what kind of plans do you have for the future? Are you going to be just casual? Are you looking to join teams? Are you want to get into the admin side of things?
Well, I'm still thinking about making another team, trying to get that team good, get to a top level team. If I can't really figure out if I can't really find any players for that, I'll probably try to join a bigger team and just stay relevant in the top tier community.
Hmm.
If that doesn't happen though, I am leaving in August for college.
No,
So
congratulations.
thank you. So if all that doesn't work out, and I'm gonna start getting busy with college. I probably will either just go
Where are you
casual.
going to college?
It's up towards Lake Erie, Gannon University.
Oh, that's cool. Did you know that colleges are now giving out esports scholarships?
I heard about that about a year ago. I saw that.
Yeah,
So
it's the only reason
yeah,
I know is because I live in Arizona and ASU has probably one of the biggest, most premier esports college teams. So, but it's definitely something that parents won't know about, but in a year they definitely will.
yeah.
So tell us about. I love to get the backstory of people in this community because I mean I'm relatively new. A lot of people don't really know me, so I find it very intriguing. Tell us about Crasik's beginning in Critical Ops.
Well, is it fun if I go back to MC5
Yeah,
actually?
absolutely. A lot of people go back to MC5. Some people have actually gone back to. Actually, only one person's talked about Bullet Force, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean MC5. That's where I finally had my name fully as Crasik. In MC2, MC3, and MC4, my name was Triple Threat 624. So
Nice.
one of those names you don't want to come get into a lobby with. But an MC5 is when I think I kind of started getting my name kind of out there. I joined SRK, which gets its bad rep now and was pretty relevant at MC5 towards its end, but it was an off and on reputation. It was like, hey, you guys are good, but you guys recruit absolutely anyone. You know what I mean?
You just they wanted to have the big community and all that.
Yeah. So SRK, I loved SRK. I was in there for 2 years, and it I enjoyed a great family in there. But when we switched over to Critical Ops, it was not the best. Kings switched from MC5 to C Ops, amazing. Like they were really good. SRK was the exact opposite. We come in with the beta codes that Critical Force gave us, and we're like, we got this. We're gonna be a top tier team, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
We got destroyed. Our first tournament, we did the first mobile esports tournament. I think the Firestorms tournament, was it? Is that what it was called? I forget. The first mobile esports tournament. We got first rounded in that. We lost first round. I think it was SRK Beta, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the SRK teams. We got first rounded. And that sucked. At that time I played on an iPhone 5S and I played thumbs. So
Oh, the dreaded thumbs. Like he's definitely a noob if he plays thumbs.
I played on an iPhone 5S and thumbs. So I thought I was good, but I mean, after that, I guess not. So the next tournament comes by, mobile esports tournament comes by. Like, this is when there was only, sorry. This was when there was only like mobile esports tournaments, and they only had them like once every few months or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we get first rounded again.
Ooh, that definitely takes a big hit to your ego.
Yeah, it definitely did. So time goes by, and my team with SRK is still not doing well. It's about a whole year till a few friends from this Discord server I'm called the Fam, and shout out to them.
Shout out to Fam.
They wanted to make a team called Team Fam, and we were gonna join Enforcers, this team in Vainglory, Team Enforcers, and they actually persuaded me to leave SRK. Now I was sad at the time. I mean, I got over it now. I still talk to a few of the SRK members now, but I did leave SRK to join Team Enforcers, and we were pretty solid. I mean, I still played on a 5S and 5S, so I mean, at that now it's starting to get difficult to play because the iPhone 5S it's one of the lower end devices.
Mm-hmm.
But
getting
back
frame
to
drops and
yeah. So back to the team, we were pretty good. It was me, Bam Bam, Krim, who else? Arsenal was on the team. I'm just thinking of all the Fam members. So I forget because I still play with the Fam every day, basically. Yeah. But it was basically them. And Bam Bam and Krim were probably one of the most notable people on the team. And this is before they were crazy good too. So we play a few tournaments and we do semi well, but then Bam Bam gets offered to what was it? It was Kings at the time still. I'm pretty sure it was still Kings. So he gets offered to Kings and he leaves, he departs the team. So at that point we just ended up all leaving. Just like it broke apart the team. So I go casual for a little bit, and then right around Christmas time, I get a new device, the iPhone 7 Plus, and I start playing competitive again. I learned Claw on the 7 Plus, and I start doing well. I joined Devious for a short period of time, just to say I was in Devious. So nothing real special about that, but I joined Devious and played in the quarterfinals of the ESL January Cup final. So I'm like, hey, I'm an ESL champ because I played in the quarterfinals. Mm-hmm. But I did that, and then I actually started using my brother's iPad Air 2. And that's when I started noticing I'm actually
that was
getting
a
good.
Game changer right there.
Yeah, I started using my brother's iPad Air 2, started getting used to that sensitivity, and started playing a lot better. Then Pun tells me I'm making a team called No Mercy, and at this time I was in this team called Scythe. It was with Talkies before Talkies joined Gangstars, Pepper Beast, which is Mist, Risen, Monarchs, and we were pretty good too. But there was problems once Talkies joined Gangstars. Yeah. But so Pun tells me just to stay off the team, just play a little, don't join any teams, and I'm gonna try to make this team which is successful. So I I stayed to his promise, and we joined to make a team. And at the time, it was Show No Mercy, but we were good. The first 2 weeks we had our team. The first 3 weeks we had the team. We got everything organized, did strats, learned each other's chemistry. Everyone was active. We got third in ESL. We upset Omni for third and fourth.
Wow.
And if everyone stayed active like that and everyone stayed the same team, basically, we'd probably still be doing just that well. But the next few weeks, everything just starts going downhill with how I said before. And activity, members just leaving the team, and then a new member joining up. Hard with chemistry. Just everything. New members joining in was hard with chemistry. And then that 1 week that everything just went down, just kind of killed No Mercy. So, and that's leads me up to today where I left No Mercy.
So, as a very competitive player, I've noticed that it's hard for people that start to actually go casual. What keeps you actually playing the game then? Is it the strive to find a better team or create something better with some of your friends that you've made in the community, or just the community itself that just keeps you around?
While I'm casual as of right now until I find a new team or make a new team, it's honestly the community. I just enjoy talking to the friends in this community that I've known for a long time, and just overall like playing with them. Because I might not be playing in scrims right now, but it's just fun playing maybe a ranked game with a few friends I play with at least to keep my skill, up. And it's just fun. I enjoy the community. I love the people in it, and it's great.
How do you feel about the ranked game so far? Like, I know it's still in testing. Do you think it's the idea is great and they can improve on it, or do you think that it's just it's something that will fade away in the future?
I think it's only going to get stronger. I really do like the idea of it, but if you check my Twitter, I do rant about it a lot. There's some balancing problems, and I think they should fix the ranking maybe like system a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that they had said that you're only supposed to play with people on the same like tier or level as you. I could be wrong.
Yes, so did I. Yeah. It's a great concept, and I think they're getting into the right direction. But right now, it'd be me on the one team with like basically 4 other operatives, and on the other team's gonna be Act John.
Yeah, you get
your retros
and Joker. You get screwed.
and you're just like, why am I playing this game?
Yeah, because you lose your ranking or points, I guess, for losing, right? So it's as soon as you see what the team is, you're like, oh, well, I might as well just disconnect already. So
yeah, and that's why I think they should maybe fix a system a little bit. In my terms, make it more like Counter-Strike. Everyone talks about, oh, let's keep it a little bit away. Don't copy Counter-Strike, but I would enjoy a system just like Counter-Strike, ELO system.
Exactly. I mean, imitation is the best form of flattery, and if it's something that's proven to work, you don't literally got to copy it 100%. Just take great ideas from it,
Yeah. The one thing I loved about playing ranks like League Play from Black Ops 2, matchmaking from Counter-Strike is I like the randomness of it. You don't know when you'll rank up. And I wish COPS had that. They have kind of a system from like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, whatever League Play from Call of Duty, where if you win a certain amount of games, you get ranked up. It's fun and all to rank up, but at the same time, you know when you'll rank up or not. And I like the randomness of ranking up. Like if you play very well for 4 games, in that 5th game, you're like, I'm hoping I finally rank up. You do very well that 5th game, you rank up. It's just like a sigh of relief because you deserved it.
Yeah, because now people are like counting their win-loss all the way up to that point.
Yeah.
So they can kind of predict like, oh, I'm going to be this level or that level.
Yes.
So what do you think about, let's talk about the tournaments going on. Valiance is a big tourney organizer. Mobile Esports, ESL obviously is the one everyone's talking about right now. Do you think that the LAN's going to be of great success or something great for the community? Or what would you like to see at LAN if you're a member going?
Well, I think in my opinion, it's a stepping stone. It leads off for other tournament organizers to say, hey, maybe we could do this. It's either going to be a throw off for that, like, oh, we should not do that, or it's going to be a big success and everyone's going to be like, hey, it's either going to make Critical Ops stay like go stagnant, or it's going to Critical Ops is going to explode. You know what I mean?
Hmm. And I think that's
Uh,
kind of why they've been
yeah.
keeping a lot of things under wrap as well.
Yeah.
But I think they should definitely listen to community, because the community is what helped build this game. So I think if they kind of ask like what you would like to see it land, I think that would also help.
Yeah. As a player going into it, though, I mean, of course, we could say, I mean, I would love to see a packed house, you know, a big
Hmm.
crowd. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be maybe at most 100 people there, maybe at most.
Hmm.
That's so it's going to be, it might be a little awkward, but it's still a first tournament and you can't decide off the
Yeah,
first
that's
land like
true.
that.
I mean, people forget that CS:GO has been out for a while now, and like the tournaments. Obviously, CS 1.6 was huge before, but I'm sure when they first
Yeah.
started, like over a decade ago, it wasn't in arenas. So we have that fortunate that we can be. I think one of the things that I think would be smart is if they actually daisy chained it with another event that's already going on, instead of trying to make it a standalone event. I don't know what they're doing, but to me that'd be smart if, like, oh, say
Yeah.
there was another ESL going on and the COPS was a part of it, instead of like COPS being, I think they're trying to be like the main thing. So it's funny, a lot of people talk about it's just gonna be a lot of parents in the crowd. So,
Well, you know, young kids.
hmm. So, what about devices? Like you talk about the iPad. Is it the Air 2 do you use, or do you use like?
I
Uh,
use my brother's Air 2.
okay, so that's a lot of people use the Air 2, which is a very expensive device. What do you think about like the 2017 like Mini? A lot of people are getting those.
The new iPad Pros that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I want that. I want that. But I think it's honestly going to be a game changer again. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be, I think it's going to be one of those devices that, because when Critical Ops updates their game to 120 FPS,
Which would be amazing.
that's what that game's gonna, that's what that device is going to get, because it's 120 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
So the game's going to look a lot smoother on that device. So in my opinion, it's going to be a game changer. And if you can't update to get that device,
You're gonna be
you might be at a
behind.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
You
you're
might
gonna
be at a
fall behind.
disadvantage.
So, I mean, if the game's going that way, do you think the Android side of it's going to kind of, disappear? Because Android to me is having a tough time keeping up with like the frame rates and all that. So,
Yeah, in my opinion, iPad or iOS in general rules the at least Critical Ops right now in the mobile part. Android's going to need to make a device or come up with something that could compete with this iPad Pro, because this iPad Pro is something like you've probably never seen before in the mobile community or in mobile in general. It's insane. So Android definitely needs to come up with a device that could hold a stable 60 FPS and a smooth experience.
yeah, you can't even get that yet. I mean, and I have people that I know that have like the best Samsung or the best this, and I have Android and iOS, and I have a pretty badass Android phone. I have to put my graphics on low to get a constant like 45. So, and it's definitely different and smoother on the Apple.
Yeah.
So
That's,
let's talk about the teams of the future. Now you've been in the community for a long time. You've seen teams come and go. What is the reasons why you think teams are either coming back or disbanding? Is it due to the tournaments, or is it due to like real life situations?
I think it's a little bit of both, and it's also teams coming back. I think it's nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I think some teams like to come back. But I think the community's not too competitive yet. Like, it's competitive as hell, but not too competitive, like to the point where you're getting paid money and it's like you're getting paid income. That's why I think a lot of people disband teams, leave teams all the time, because there's no like, hey, if you win this tournament, you're getting $250,000
$1,000, yeah.
contract, and you have a contract, so you have to stay with the team no matter what. That most teams don't have that, besides Gangstars, I think, have that. I'm probably Cyclone now. But it's still in like it's still in the infancy stage of a competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of young people there's a lot of young young talents in the community, like just young kids in general too. So I think a maturity factor comes in that, oh, this team's good. I'm going to join this team. Oh,
Yeah.
this team loses one scrim, and this team wants me to join theirs team. I'm going to join that
Oh,
team
I
now. A lot
cannot.
of
I
parameters.
hate that when I see that, and that happened to me in the past a lot with as I was developing D2R. It'd be like, oh, cool, you go play a mid tier, top tier team, and one of your players top frags, and then just jumps to that team because they just ask him to join, and it's
Yeah,
very very frustrating. Um,
that definitely died down though.
yeah, definitely died down with the CFE's roster and rules. So good job to them for making that. So, but there's definitely still like new teams coming up that are solid. I don't know if you saw, but OLs are coming back. Um,
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
yeah, OL's coming back. I believe also who else? Rumors of SXC coming back. So I mean that's great nostalgia for the community. I actually had to go back and when I first joined the community, I actually had to watch a lot of YouTube to see like what this game was about to see like because people talk about teams and I felt like an idiot if they're like, oh, you don't even know who they are, you're a noob. I'm like, well, I just joined yesterday, so.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you think you'd like to see in the game, like future development for the game? If you were a dev, what would you put in the game?
If I was a developer, I'd maybe put new maps or workshop maps and game modes. Maybe maps that community like develops and sends to
Yes, like Counter
CFB.
Strike.
Yeah. I would also like to see bigger maps and more diversity to the maps. Like again, like Counter Strike. Most of the maps in Critical Ops are just one story rooms and shooting. There's not like doors, ladders, second stories. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
how Critical or Counter Strike has that. It would add for more strats, in my opinion, more skill
Yeah,
gap.
more entry points for the bomb sites.
Yeah,
Yeah, multiple entry points. What about? I think I saw something where they said they might be developing the Scout and Molotov. I think the Molotov would actually be a big game
oh, I
changer
would
to the game
love a Molotov.
because that changes you really have to change your strat now for that, especially offensive and defensive side, and that could also change. That could actually turn having the Molotov in there makes like sick clutch moments, to be honest, because you're not just gonna throw that away.
Yeah, but at the same time, I really want to see Molotovs in the game, but I don't know if the maps are actually big enough for Molotovs yet.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's definitely true. I'd like to see me personally. I'd like to see maps like some of the older CS maps, like Nuke. I think Nuke is a great map. Something similar to that, where you have multiple bomb sites slash multiple entry points, upstairs, downstairs, squeaky
Mirage.
doors. Oh yeah, Mirage is a great one. So, and then also one of the things I kind of think they need to improve on is the sound, the actual sounds, like the shuffling and stuff, because
Oh,
I feel like
are you?
you shouldn't be able to hear someone like stand up and down. You know what I'm saying when they go to crouch?
Yeah, are you talking about when there's like that little like
That
the
little
sidewalk and you hit the
yeah,
sidewalk and it makes that brushing sound?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. I hate that. It basically blows away your position.
yeah.
We don't.
Especially if you're already walking. Like, come on.
You're
What's
already crouch walking. You hit it and make a sound.
Yeah, and like especially when you got people that the top tier teams have like super amazing headphones that you can literally hear them in the house next door, kind of thing.
Yeah, you could hear it across. You could hear it from a while away.
Hmm. What about guns? Do you think they should bring in any other kinds of guns? I know they talked about debuffing certain weapons, but what kind of guns would you like to see?
Um, I would. I think the guns are actually pretty stable. There's a lot of. I think we really need to add much more weapons. Maybe, maybe like an LMG of some sort.
Mm,
Just I don't know. Add some more gun diversity. Something that has a lot of ammo, but a lot of recoil and barely any damage. And maybe a scout too, like
hmm.
a cheap sniper that's a 2-shot kill.
Yep. I think they also had mentioned, or one of the guys had mentioned, I think it was Gray Fox, had mentioned that they might be changing the CT and T start weapons. I think that would be also great too. I don't even care if they're copying Counter Strike. That to me is smart because
Yeah.
then it really makes the CT advantage versus the T advantage.
if they are gonna do that though, I think they still need to nerf the M4 a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. What do you think? Who are your top players? Let's go. I was asked the top teams. Who are the top players in the game that you think besides yourself? You can't say yourself.
Right now, I'd probably say in no order. I'd probably say Obserps, Alpha, probably I'd still have Retros up there. I think he's consistent. Who else? I'm trying to think here. I think Lewis is up there. Lewis is very good. I'm trying to think. So Lewis, Obserps,
Retros and Alpha.
Retros and Alpha. Drone. His mind's insane. He has a great mind in the C-ups. And I would honestly say Krim, even though I think what holds him back from teams is I think he's pretty toxic. Sometimes it gets to the point of people don't like how somebody talks. I mean, I've known him for a while too, and he's in the fam, and I'm really close to him. I think he's awesome. His gun skill is insane. It's literally insane.
Krim is. We literally saw him drop 30 bombs on us in ESL this past weekend. So
his raw aim is probably top 3 in the game, if not one of the best. I think the only reason he always leaves teams, joins different teams, is because I don't know. I think there's probably a voice problem with him or something. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I've known him. I've really never seen it because I've always been attached to him and close to him. So like it goes over my shoulder.
Yeah, it's different to you.
But other people might be seeing it differently. So I would say I would definitely have Krim up the top, and this might be different, and no one might expect this one, but another person I might consider one of the best is probably Pepper Beast, Mist, and Serpentine.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Good. I like to hear other names thrown into that conversation.
They don't get really heard much because Pepper Beast is casual and Serpentine hasn't been in the community in a while. But Pepper Beast has one of the best aim, and he's a crazy sound whore. Yeah. I don't know how he has perfect sounding. It almost sounds like he has wall hacks, but he doesn't. he doesn't, and it's literally insane. And for Serpentine, he's one of the most consistent players I've ever met in this game. He has one of the best he's one of the best U ratio players I've also ever played with the game. He might not be a main U ratio player, but if you give him a U ratio, you basically guarantee he'll get at least one kill that round. He's so consistent with it. And in my opinion, I don't care about the flashy U ratio players. I care about consistency.
Yeah, especially
and
he
is consistent.
Yeah,
he's definitely
that's your point. The point of you having the U ratios to get that information in first kill. So,
yeah.
One of the things I like to ask too is for new people coming into this game. I've experienced it. I'm sure you did when you were coming in. It's hard to actually build that, not necessarily reputation, but to like build a team and a family in this game. And you mentioned toxicity. Like, there's a lot of toxic people in this game.
I'm toxic,
and it's hard to like find that stable group of friends. What kind of suggestion do you give for like new people coming in? They want to get competitive or they want to play casual, but there's people just always talking shit or being toxic to them. What do you suggest to them to stay in the community?
I suggest just like stick it out. You're gonna face toxicity in every community you join. Mm-hmm. It's nothing new in any community. Just stick it out and watch the YouTube videos, watch professional players play, watch tournaments, and learn how to play the game. And once you do that, just get a bunch of friends that are committed, just like you, to getting better at the game. Mm-hmm. And just build team chemistry and try to get your name known in the community. One win against even a semi-known team, put your name on the map. Mm-hmm. And then people start recognizing you.
Yeah, and it definitely changes your morale and your mentality too.
Yes. Just because someone's being mean to you or you don't get what you want all the time, just stick it out. It will always pay off in the long run.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Another thing is there's bigger teams. Obviously, there's considered the top tier teams, the mid tier and lower tier teams, but there's still a lot of casual players in here. You mentioned some of the casual players in there. Do you think that the casual players don't get enough recognition? I see a lot of casual players that actually stream and post on YouTube. Like, what kind of YouTubers would you like suggest for people to follow on YouTube or Mob Crush?
Well, he's competitive, but I really enjoy watching Alpha, Cyclone Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
I've known him for a while too. He streams on YouTube now and probably pulls around 60 viewers on average on one time. So I think he's a very good, like, very good streamer and YouTuber. Who else? I'm trying to think. Superior Swift. People may not know him, but I've known him for a while too. He posts pretty consistently on YouTube. Critical Ops scrims from not the most known teams, but I mean he's a consistent YouTuber, and he has a decent subscriber count. I think around 300.
Oh, that's good.
Pride, he doesn't really post anymore, but he used to post all the time. And I really enjoyed his videos. He posted a lot of ranked.
Mm-hmm.
For streamers, like I said, Alpha. Turtle Nuggets is a streamer. He streams on Twitch now. I love seeing streamers on Twitch get that Critical Ops reputation on Twitch.
Yeah, I think Twitch is, no offense to Mob Crush, but I think Twitch is a little more stable.
Yeah.
So.
I see. A lot of people do know him. He's pretty well known in the community. Hotshot.
Okay. Yeah.
He streams a lot on Mob Crush, and I enjoy his streams. I would really enjoy a lot of players actually streaming more and streaming and YouTubing. That's what gets the game out there most.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
If you're not gonna have players of the game doing it, then how are you gonna do it? It's just not gonna be enough. And that's why I like streaming. I love streaming. I love watching streamers. It's like their self.
Right.
They really can't have an act. You can't really. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that brings me to my next thing. I'm actually gonna start streaming critical points on Sundays for ESL in between matches to do recaps and talk strats, and try and get some of the team members in VC to talk about their match. Is that something you would like to be a part of?
Yeah, I'd be interested if my schedule works with it, and I'm not doing much in between matches. Yeah, for sure.
Cool, man. Anything else you'd like to tell the community or CFE or your teams, past teams, shout outs, Twitter?
Critical Force, just work on that match balancing. Work on making teams pretty fair, making matches pretty fair for ranked. It's a pretty good system. Shout out to the fam, hashtag the fam. Shout out to the old SRK members. Shout out to the Chill Squad, Talkies, Pepper Beast, Risen, Elite, Pixels. I'm trying to think. Pixels, and Warm. And shout out to everyone in the community that's trying to work their way up. And hope best of luck to you guys.
What's your Twitter so everyone who hasn't followed you yet? You have probably one of the biggest followings on Twitter and the game that I've seen.
At Crasik, ICRASIK.
And let's finish off with this. Are you looking for another team or to start a team, or are you just gonna play casual now?
I'm probably gonna. Since my building a team's not really working out right now, I'm probably gonna start looking for a team.
There you guys heard it first. Crasik is on the market, free agent. Pick him up. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and peace.
Thank you, guys.